This is Midi Kuper again, and in this tutorial I would like to show you how to set up a VST for a Hammond B3. And what I have here, if you look at the screen, is I have a Contact 5 set up with a B3 emulator, and it sounds like this. Okay. Problem here though is that couple things. If I go to my foot switch, you'll notice that what my foot switch is doing is changing the master volume, and that's not a good effect. As you can see, that's not how a MIDI pedal works. Besides, it only goes a way up. I really like to have it like at 0 dB, and with the pedal I can't do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my tracks, and I'm going to look at the bottom track here for this scene that I'm constructing called piano in B3. I have piano on top keys. You can see I have two controllers, and I have organ on the bottom. What I want to do with the organ though is add some filters. The first thing that I'm going to do is add a filter for volume control, which is the offending controller that I want to change. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to enable translation here, and then I'm going to select to translate the main volume 7 to expression swell, right? So watch what happens. Now when I move the pedal, I'm actually affecting swell. I'm not affecting the main volume. And it sounds more natural now. Okay. The next thing I want to do is also get rid of a very annoying thing. This VST for some reason is set up so that if I touch the pitch bend, look what happens. It just resets all my drawbars. So I don't want that. So I'm going to add another filter here, and this filter is going to be, I'm going to filter pitch bend. What am I going to do with it? I'm just going to block it. Okay, so now I'm blocking pitch bend. Okay, so now when I set my drawbars, now pitch bend is blocked, so as you can see the drawbars are not affected. One final last thing is over here I have a Nano Control 2 controller. It's got what could be used for drawbars on the C3. That would be very convenient since my controller here doesn't have any such thing as a drawbar. So all I have to do is just very simply now I want to route the signals from my Nano Control over to the organ. So I'll be able to add another track that contains the chord control as a source, but I'm going to also route it again to the vintage organs. Okay. So now what I have is I have the chord control going to vintage organs, chord control to vintage organs. And I should be able to now set the MIDI controls for these so that it will learn the drawbars from the chord control. Now I've already set that up on a previous occasion, so as you can see they're all working. Right? And now when I play, I can play just like a regular B3 with drawbars. Okay, so that's about the extent of the demo. Let me just save this. The only other thing I'm going to show you now is, of course, this is the only scene I have. What if I don't want pianos in B3? Let's say I want another setting with strings in B3 or any other instrument for that matter. Well, I don't want to lose all this setup that I just did here, especially these filters, right? That took me a while to work on. So what I want to do is I want to clone this scene, right? And I'm going to do strings and B3 instead is what I'm going to call it. And I'm going to proceed. And now what I'm going to do is I still have pianos over here, of course. What I'm going to do is I am going to delete this track. And what I'm going to do is add a new track for the top keys, going this time to a string ensemble. Okay? So now I have a scene here, string ensemble on the top, keys on the bottom, and I still have all those settings that I set. The swell, as you can see, is being controlled by the pedal. The drawbars are controlled by the core control. The pitch bend is being filtered so it doesn't reset my drawbars. I'm going to save this setting. And now if I go to my scenes, just to show you how smoothly I can switch between the two scenes, first I'm going to select strings and B3, right? I'm going to hold that chord, and I have the organ. I'm going to lower the string so you can hear it a little bit. There's the B3, and I'm going to go now the piano and B3. The strings are still playing because I'm holding the sustain pedal, but now I have a piano on top. And I still have the B3. And you can switch between the two very smoothly. The B3 will hold, piano, strings and B3, strings, and this is just another little demo of the capabilities, how smoothly you can change sounds right on the fly with Midi Kuper. Thank you for listening to this demo. I hope you check out all the other ones to see all the great things that you can do with my program. This is Midi Kuper. Thank you.